In 1987, Kiss released their 14th studio album called Crazy Nights. This is the Rock and Roll Weather Band. My name is Sean Morrison. An album I always enjoyed, believe it or not. I remember a friend of mine copying it for me back in the day, even though he eventually did get a CD many years later. And this was the second lineup. It was the second album to feature a lineup of Gene Simmons, Paul Stanley, Bruce Kulick, and Eric Carr. But the album being known for its pop metal sound as well as its use of keyboards and synthesizer, which was a reflection of popular trends in the commercial rock genre at this time. And it was released in 1998 as part of the Kiss Remastered series, and it's the last Kiss album to have been remastered. And on the Crazy Nights tour, um, a high number of songs were performed live, but after the tour, most of the songs were dropped and never performed live again. And that was that. But now getting into all the songs that were on the album, um, you know, there was of course Crazy Nights was one of the first singles off the album, and that is track number one off the album. And I always like that song. It's one of the Kiss songs I can still listen to that's not played out of my majorly played out in my head. Mm, it was a mainstream rock hit at number 37, Billboard Hot 100 at number 65. They didn't really have the big charting single. Track number two, definitely my favorite song off the album. It's called "I'll Fight Hell to Hold You." Third song, "Bang Bang You." It's a sex song there and all. I did like that. These first three songs I mentioned are sung by Paul Stanley. Then the fourth song, "No No No," which I thought was a funny and cool song sung by Gene Simmons. "Hella High Water" was a another good track sung by Gene Simmons, and then we had "My Way" sung by Paul Stanley. That's like my second. That's like my third favorite off the album. And then we go to the side two, which started with "When Your Walls Come Down." Very excellent song. Then we had the ballad "Reason to Live," which everybody liked that when it came out. Unfortunately, was that the song that was gonna give Kiss their first top 40 hit of the 1980s decade. Unfortunately, that did not happen because it only peaked at number 64 on the Billboard Hot 100. But um, Kiss had to survive the 1980s without having a major hit single, and that was at number 34 on the mainstream rock charts. That song is on Hair Nation like every other freaking day. "Go Girl Gone Bad," another cool one. Then we had "Turn Up the Night," which is another song I always liked on this album, believe it or not. And it was written by Dionne Warren. And funny thing is, the funny thing is about her is I read this thing about Diane Warren, or it's Dionne Warren, how you say it. She hadn't written many hits at the time, but Paul Stanley believed in her. She said, but it's a very good song. Got the keyboards in it, no complaints on it at all. Definitely love the video. Didn't really do much anywhere. Only charted in the UK at number 41, and that was the end of the album. 11 tracks on there. Oh, sorry. Then there was "Thief in the Night," which was sung by Gene Simmons, and every so often you do hear that on the Henny Deep Cuts as well. No complaints at all. The reason I always thought was on the Amazon album. I mean, the Animalize album. Amazon didn't exist back in 1984. 1987. I don't know if I'm losing my mind or what the fuck's going on. Friends, if you're not subscribed to Sean Morrison YouTube channel, please do so. Everyone else at the subscribe, we thank you much for the continued love, honor, and support. It's greatly appreciated. Peaked at number 18 on the Billboard Top 200. It was platinum in the United States, platinum in Canada, gold in Finland. You only have to tell 25,000 copies in Finland to go gold. United Kingdom was gold at 100,000 copies. So friends, what are your favorite songs off the Kiss album Crazy Nights? Leave your comments here. Mr. Morrison gave you his. Definitely Crazy Nights at number one, and I'll fight hell to hold you at number two, and I will give Turn on the Night number three, and number four I'll give Reason to Live. Your comments, friends, and your votes. Shame, shame, shame.